Divine Feminines, welcome to my channel or welcome back. If you're a returning viewer or subscriber, I am Miya Jha and I am an intuitive reader here at Vintage Beauty Maya. So I am offering personal readings. I did go ahead and mention that in like the last two videos. So if you are interested in getting a reading, I definitely had people reaching out to me over time just asking if I was offering personal readings. So here's your opportunity. If you are interested in a personal reading, I will link that information below so you can, best get in contact with me to get that going for you. But yes, for this reading, we're just going to hop right on into it. This reading, we're going to talk about life lessons that you're experiencing or learning right now, Divine Feminine, what you need to know, and then any further advice. So we're going to start off with the intuitive life coaching oracle deck, and we're gonna take a look into the life lessons that you're being faced with at this time right now, Divine Feminine, even being able to make sense of some of the energies or whatever you've been feeling lately, Divine Feminine. So I hope this reading is helpful and that it reaches you at a time that you're able to receive it. Some of you may want clarity on, really why it is that you're experiencing what you're experiencing right now, or have like an understanding of at least what's happening, so you better know how to move with or move through that energy, Divine Feminine, to get on the other side of that. And so that's what this reading is for. Excuse me, y'all. I'm trying to clear my throat. So for some of y'all, you could be working on your throat chakra in ways where you're learning to speak up for yourself in some ways or situations, or even just standing your ground, standing up to yourself, or even getting used to setting boundaries and getting comfortable with the boundaries that you set after vocalizing, whatever that is, Divine Feminine. So this could be a life lesson that somebody's working on right now, and it might manifest in your life in different kind of ways, whether it's how you interact with others, whether you have a relationship with them or not. And when I say relationship, it's not just like romantic relationship. This can be any kind of relationship that you have with other people outside of yourself, regardless. So yeah, Divine Feminine. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. Wow. So the first card we have that flipped over is Parting Ways. Ain't that crazy based off what I just said, y'all? It says, it may be time to move on from this person or situation. So yes, Divine Feminine, some of y'all are definitely working on those boundaries. Like I mentioned before that card came out, my mind still get blown sometimes when I see this happen, because you can't fake it. But for some of you, Divine Feminine, this is definitely about setting those boundaries with other people, persons, whatever relationships that you have in your life. A lesson that you're learning here, some of you, it could have something to do with even your happiness. You could feel drained when you're around certain energies, or you feel like you can't share certain parts of your life with certain people, or whatever the case. Or some people are just like they can be detrimental to your overall growth, or keeping you stuck and stagnant in a place or a situation, or even in a feeling of how you don't want to be, or that you're having a hard time growing from with these energies around you. So definitely a lesson that somebody here is learning. You're definitely learning something to do with your boundaries, y'all. Wow, that's so crazy. And not everybody, somebody needs to hear that not everybody is meant to be in your life forever. Some people are meant to be in your life for a season. Some people are not meant to be in your life at all sometimes, and even from the beginning. But it's like we could ignore those red flags or overlook certain things because we get something or gain something from it in a way that we don't want to let go of. So I can understand how even like somebody else's energy or things that they do or how they are can be addictive to us in some kind of way. Or sometimes you can have that kind of you could be operating in a more dependent kind of energy where you depend on receiving whatever this is that you get from these people. So we like overlook those boundaries. But over time, I feel like over time, when it comes to parting ways and setting these boundaries, it's like you eventually just kind of wake up from whatever that is that or that person that's holding you back, or it's not good for you, and then you have to let it go. So there's definitely something here for you, Divine Feminine, that came through very strongly, because the fact that it was already like coming to me before the card even came out. So that was confirmation for sure. If you were kind of questioning it, even if I was talking about it, whatever that thing is or that person that came to mind when it was initially mentioned, that was confirmation for you right there. So to trust your own intuition, trust your knowing. We have the Void. It says you may be covering up the emptiness or pain within through an addiction. Y'all, I cannot make this stuff up. I literally mentioned how, a certain energy or what you get from other people or this person that is specific to you, they could literally be feeling like some kind of void. There's some kind of addiction that you have to this person, or that you had, if this is something that you're healing from now, Divine Feminine. But it's like maybe you feel like something has been missing in your life, and you feel like you have to stay with this person. And for some of you, this doesn't have to even be a relationship. This could be a situation that you're in. Like for some of you, it could be work. It could literally be anything. However it resonates to you, Divine Feminine, whatever comes to mind for you, trust your intuition when you hear this. But sometimes we cover up like this kind of emptiness we kind of feel, or we don't want to, suffer from this place of even lack, even, which is what I feel like that is. And we cover that with addictions, whether that's other people or things that we just indulge in just overall. So we don't have to face whatever that is, or we don't have to, or we want that I get like an energy of like a high, like when you're high on something, it's like this kind of joy that can't be touched. It's like I don't know, I don't really know how to explain it, but for some of y'all, they could literally be getting high. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. Whatever it is that you find yourself addicted to, or even people or certain feelings, or whatever the case, Divine Feminine, you could be covering something else up. It could be something else that you're just not willing to face at this time, but it's not doing you any good by, filling this empty space with a negative energy. So some of you are definitely learning to let go of certain things. You're learning what these things are, or who these people are that are no good for you. That are in some ways can be distractions, and it's keeping you from your growth. And you're learning that lesson of learning how to let go, because for some of you, you need to know that holding on is hurting you more than letting go, because you can have this fear of letting go of something, because you can feel like this sense of like a withdrawal. This could be, again, a person. This doesn't have to be like drugs or whatever, and it could be. Depends on how it resonates. And I'm not here to judge about that. But regardless, it's just more so about you having this awareness of, the energy that you're working with right now. And, again, making sense of what you're experiencing or how you're feeling. But know that even, again, like I was saying, when you're holding on to something so tightly, that could be hurting you more than actually letting it go. So whatever it is that you're afraid parting ways with or letting go. You're being hurt more by staying where you are. There's no growth. It's not really doing anything good for you. We have new door, and then we had the angel. I thought I saw the angel number 44, so that was in my head. So that was for somebody. You can look up the angel number 44. But it says new door. Your prayers have been answered, and a new door is being opened for you. So Divine Feminine, you definitely have a choice here. You can either stay or you can continue or part ways. But again, like I said, regardless of whatever choice you make, it's like you have this awareness now, knowing what you know. How are you going to move forward? What is it that you choose to do? And you don't have to make a decision right now, because again, I know that could be hard. You know, sometimes you just want to weigh things out, or, you know, something just feels really heavy on you. You don't want to make the wrong decision. I get that, Divine Feminine, but just know that, just know that by parting ways with whoever this situation is, that you're, you know, feeling an empty void with, regardless of whatever that is, as you move away from this energy and let go, not only will you realize, you know, how much that situation was hurting you more than helping you, and it was actually good to move away. I saw 1111 as I was saying that. But also it opens new doors of opportunity for you. You're making space for whatever it is that you do want, what you do desire. Sometimes you got to experience the worst of something before you get to experience the best, especially so that you're in a place where you're able to receive whatever blessing this is when it does come along, Divine Feminine. So, yeah. So it's important to know when to let go. We have entrepreneur here, angel number 55. So for some of you, this could definitely be in a job. It doesn't have to be just a person. I think I already mentioned that though. But it says, be on the lookout for exciting business opportunities to unfold. So for some of you, you do got to leave certain people behind or whatever, because they're here to mooch off of you, or, you know, thrive off of your energy, whether this is a relationship, like a loving relationship, or another. And I saw 1212 when I said that. So honey, if that's not confirmation, I don't know what is. But it says be on the lookout for a new opportunity. So for some of you, you might even find that, you know, you're able to grow your money or your business based off of something that you went through. Maybe you're here to be like a teacher or a spiritual teacher or something for somebody else, or give people wisdom or motivation. There's something that you have, something that you've been through or experienced that could be helpful for some other people. So you might find new business ventures that can help you basically get compensated for, you know, whatever knowledge or wisdom that you have based off your own experiences here, Divine Feminine. So even if that means you have to let go of a job or a certain career, or, you know, whatever the case is here that isn't working for you, you see no growth in it for you, or, you know, if you're just overall not happy, you could be settling somewhere and you're holding on to this thing because it, you know, it seems or feels promising. But Divine Feminine, by you making this change, by you making these choices moving forward, you're literally opening new doors for yourself. And some of you, the new door that's being opened for you is entrepreneurship. Maybe this is your time, your opportunity. So if you just lost a job or whatever, this could be your perfect time to start working on you know, something for you, or something that you've been wanting to work on, that you were unable to do because you were stuck in like a certain situation. So some of y'all need to know that, which side, okay, I was like, which side am I on? Which is funny because when I wasn't sure which side the card was on. I know I had one that flipped, and I said, which side am I on? And look at the card that was, you know, the card that was face up I was supposed to be discussing. We have the karma card. So it's like, which side of karma are you on? That was so symbolic, y'all. It was so funny. It says, you may be involved in a situation that requires justice or fairness. So y'all, Divine Feminine, something that, you know, you're meant to have some kind of justice from something that you've experienced, you went through, or whatever the case. I don't know, but like I said, when it comes to entrepreneurship, there's something here that you could be doing or working on that, you know, can make you money, bring some kind of stability to you. It could be more than to whatever this job is that you're holding on to, and, you know, not willing to let go of out of fear, because maybe even this void that you're experiencing is like a place of lack, or some of you might stay in this relationship because, you know, you're operating from a place of lack, whether you feel like you don't have any other prospects. This could be jobs as well, y'all, jobs or relationships, but you might feel like you don't have any other prospects, and that could make you hold on to this because you're again operating from this place of lack, or, you know, there's some kind of stability that you get from this, like your livelihood is dependent on this, or, you know, whatever the case is. But Divine Feminine, what you don't realize is what's on the other side of this, on the other side of you letting go of whoever or whatever this is, or new doors that are being opened for you. And some of you, again, this could be an entrepreneurship. You could literally build an empire off, you know, something that you know, something that you have experience in, something that you have that you can help other people with, even Divine Feminine. So it's like, which side of karma are you going to be on? So if you continue to stay where you are, you're going to continue to experience whatever it is that you've been experiencing, that from my sense is you don't like it. Or you can move toward what does give you that sense of fulfillment by moving away from whatever this thing is and making space, opening up space to receive whatever this is, Divine Feminine. And then next we have surrender. Wow, so cohesive. It says release and surrender all control and let nature take its course. So again, like I was saying, Divine Feminine, you might be afraid to make this move because you're operating from a place of lack. Like you feel like, you know, there are no options for me, no prospects, you know, whatever the case, this is the best I'm gonna do, or, you know, this is as good as it gets. If you give up on yourself, if you continue to move in that energy, Divine Feminine, if you continue to believe that lie, you're gonna be stuck in whatever that is. You're gonna continue experiencing whatever that is. So if you choose to believe otherwise and to move in a different direction and to, you know, take a different step at a time, whatever the case is here, Divine Feminine, and allow, you know, the divine to step in, allowing, you know, a miracle to happen for you, allowing yourself to receive this joy, this new opportunities, just all these things. It's about surrendering. So letting go and surrendering to, you know, what is for you, so you can allow the energy to come back in for you, Divine Feminine. So that looks like this message came in really good. So we're gonna get into I think this is like the Wisdom Tarot deck, if I'm not mistaken. And we're just gonna get more into what you need to know here, Divine Feminine. So whatever comes out, we'll get right into it, y'all. So I hope so far this reading has been very enlightening for you, and it allows you to see yourself for who you are and what you truly deserve, Divine Feminine. And then also what's coming for you. Allow yourself to dream, and don't just believe that your dreams are, you know, just this, you know, these random thoughts that pop in your head that could never happen or never come true. You have to make space and open up for those things to happen for you as well, Divine Feminine. And sometimes it's allowing yourself to sit down and get into that energy. So instead of thinking about doing that thing or looking a certain way or whatever the case, do it. Be that. Become that. It's all about the process, Divine Feminine. So you have to trust that, and even in, you know, in what you don't know, surrendering to the divine, and, you know, allowing the magic to happen, you know. All right, what else does Divine Feminine need to know? I kind of wanted to take that. I'm not sure at all. If it's meant to come out, it will. I'm going to take that one first. Awakening, y'all. I just mentioned that as well. It's like The intuition is just on point today. I don't know what it is, Divine Feminine. So for you, I feel like as connected as I feel right now, I feel like you yourself could be very extremely intuitive. You know exactly what it is that I'm talking about. You know exactly who that person is. You know exactly what that situation is that you probably been going back and forth with yourself about it, because it's like maybe you feel like there's some, you know, some cool qualities or whatever the case, but then there's some really rough ones. Divine Feminine, so this is your confirmation. We got the Awakening card here, so I feel like you definitely know what this is. Maybe, you know, again, you've been going back and forth with yourself, so this is your clear answer here. It says a temporary pause for reflection and insight, an awakening where you see things in a whole new light. Embrace your own uniqueness, charitable action. So definitely from that, Divine Feminine, I'm getting that part where you're having this awakening where you're able to see things in a whole new light. So maybe you didn't realize, you know, that you were feeling a void, whatever this person or this thing is, or whatever the case, not allowing yourself to truly have what it is that you really desire, what you really want, and just kind of holding on to something. But I feel like now you're getting more of an awareness of, by, you know, sometimes when it comes to making room, making space to receive what it is, what you want, sometimes you got to be a part of that action, and you have to, you know, you might not have all the answers right away, but you have to surrender to what it is that you do know, surrender to the divine, and allow, you know, flow to happen in your life. Allow yourself to receive those things by making space and opening up. And that sometimes just means letting go of, you know, what's who and what is not for you. So we got that Awakening card. So for some of y'all, definitely this reading is going to give you that clarity that you needed. So that was your confirmation, Divine Feminine. It couldn't come through any stronger. Wow. We got the 7 of Cups, Divine Feminine. So you definitely have options. You know, again, like I said, whether you see it or not, you have options available to you. And some of you, though, options will not appear until you get into that space, get into that energy, move away from whatever it is that's keeping you stagnant, keeping you behind, you know, not allowing you to be who you're destined to be. And you have to make space, and then these things will appear for you, Divine Feminine. Some of you, this could be even instantaneous. And for some, it might take some time. It depends on what it is and what kind of healing or other lessons that you have to experience in between time. But just know that where you are is not gonna, it's not what's gonna push you to where you go. Well, I mean, I guess it can in a way, because it can give you the fire you need. But what I mean by that is by choosing to, you know, stay and continue to, you know, live in whatever this is. Again, that karma card that came out, you're going to get what you allow yourself to receive, pretty much here. So Divine Feminine, definitely know that you have options available to you. Definitely could be multiple options. Some are options you may not even think of or dream of. You just have no idea what blessings are attached to you making this move for yourself, Divine Feminine. But it says make a choice. Ooh. It says stop procrastinating and overanalyzing. Get clarity on what you desire and move forward. Too many options, addiction. So Divine Feminine, I mean, it's in the cards. I said it, it's come out, it's in the cards, all the things. But another card that flipped over, another card that flipped over was the 9 of Wands. And it says, protect what you have created. Be prepared, never give up. Ask your angels for help. Environmental activism and animal rights. So Divine Feminine, this definitely is an energy of, this definitely is a card pertaining to protecting your energy. Again, Divine Feminine, that even means from, you know, again, letting go of whatever this thing is or this person. There's something very urgent here for somebody. about even just setting boundaries. So this doesn't mean you just have to leave everybody in the dust or whatever the case. For certain people, that is very well what is needed. Don't get me wrong, that's very well what's needed. But for some of you, it's just about drawing your energy back, protecting your energy, spending more time with yourself, even not being so willing to give all your energy away all the time out of even like a sense of obligation or out of fear of lack. Like, and the way that could manifest even is just having a fear of, well, maybe this part, if I choose to pull back, this person won't like me as much, or I will miss out on this, or this won't happen for me, or blah blah blah, whatever the case. All those are how lack manifests. So you might not be in a space where you necessarily are like, oh well, I'm just I don't know. You may like, it might mentally come to you in a different way, but the way that it manifests could be in ways that you wouldn't even really think of here, Divine Feminine. So it's very important to protect your energy. And sometimes even when it comes to like choices that you do want to make, for some of you, this is about not telling everybody what you're doing or sharing the information all the time, because sometimes when you're sharing certain things with the wrong people, they don't get it, or whatever the case, or it's something that don't make sense to them and it's not meant to. But I feel like sometimes when you do share that information, you put yourself in position where, especially if you're not even 100, you're feeling some kind of doubt, you're not feeling 100% about something. It makes it so much easier for somebody you care about or somebody you tell that to shoot it down and make you feel even more doubtful about it. And inevitably putting something off, which means you're putting off your dreams and desires as well, Divine Feminine. So sometimes you just gotta do it and then talk about it, or whatever the case, talk about it on your own terms, and trusting in the divine, because that you have that spiritual backing. Divine Feminine. I dropped both of these cards and they are really sticking, so it's definitely for me to use them both. So the first one that came out was the Two of Pentacles. So this is like the energy of like juggling. Some of you, I see clocks here, so you can feel like you're running out of time or whatever the case is here. If anything, Divine Feminine, that's more of a push to, make something happen, because, you're not guaranteed a certain amount of time where you feel like you're running out of time. Some of y'all could literally have some kind of timeline for something to happen or occur. Excuse me, y'all. Some of y'all need to speak up for yourself. The throat chakra is real blocked. But for some, when it's set with the throat chakra, and like being able to speak up for yourself and all that, sometimes speaking up for yourself it doesn't have to necessarily mean like speaking up with your voice. Sometimes this is about the actions that you take. So again, with that karma card coming out, you're gonna get what you accept, basically. So whatever karma comes with that. But it says working too hard or multiple jobs, the need to bring balance and fun into your life, juggling multiple priorities, balancing the budget. So I feel like, Divine Feminine, something you're definitely learning from this whole situation when it comes to setting up these boundaries and parting ways and, whatever the case. It's kind of in a place where you can't really have both. I feel like that's what it's telling you here. You can't have both. You can't hold on to the past and have your future at the same time. It's like choosing one or the other, especially with this Seven of Cups coming out here. You definitely have options here, Divine Feminine, even if they seem limited to you or you don't have all the answers or whatever the case is here. Divine Feminine, you can't have both. You can't hold on to the past and continue doing the same things or experiencing the same things and be able to, experience the other side of that as well. You have to let go of one to make room for the other here, Divine Feminine. It's something that you need to know. Definitely have times of ticking here. Some of you could be trying to keep up this kind of balancing act. So In a way, you could be trying to keep up appearances. I hope I'm saying that right, y'all. I can't talk. Appearance. Yeah. You're trying to keep up appearances here, Divine Feminine. So sometimes something just looks good on paper, or it sounds good, you know, speaking something out of your mouth like I am this, or I do this, or I have this, or whatever the case. And sometimes it just sounds better or looks better than what it actually is, Divine Feminine. So here you also have the choice of choosing your own happiness. So there might be a choice that just sounds like, what does that even mean, or whatever case. You know what that means, Divine Family. Only you know what makes you happy. So if you know whatever this is, or that situation, that person, that job, whatever the case is, if you don't have your happiness here, that means your happiness is elsewhere, Divine Feminine. But you have to know that within yourself to be able to even recognize it, Divine Feminine. So it's important to choose you, choose your joy, choose your love, and, you know, protect your energy. Can't have both. We have the renewal card. Is the second card that came out. It says reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. Time to head in a new direction. Clarity on your life purpose. In your heart, you know what to do, y'all. Divine Feminine, if I didn't already tell y'all that these cards are just major confirmation. So you've been looking for a sign. You've been looking to hear it from the divine. You've been, you know, wanting to make sure it's not all in your head and you're just not crazy, or, you know, whatever the case is here. Divine Feminine, this video, this reading is nothing but confirmation. So you already know, trust your intuition. I believe I mentioned it at the beginning of the video. As well, Divine Feminine. So if you didn't already catch that, then there it is for you. This is the start of a new beginning for you, Divine Feminine. It's like now that you have this awareness, what choice it is that you're going to make going forward, that's going to, you know, project you toward, you know, whatever it is that you're destined to have, what you love, your happiness, just all the things. Anything else Divine Feminine needs to know here? Because I feel like this is just all confirmation here. So for some of y'all, like I said, you could just feel like this sense of cloudiness when it comes to, you know, making choices going forward. Because you could just, you know, you could be moving out of fear. You're still learning how to trust your intuition, or some of you could be getting to know what your intuition is, and that's okay as well. Because the more you work with it, the more you learn to recognize it, the better you get at working with it, or, you know, whatever the case. So co-creating with the divine. So wherever you are in your journey, Divine Feminine, that is okay. But it's just once you have that awareness, how you choose to move forward with that. The Emperor, that is like the highest card of all. It's like you have the ultimate say-so. You have the ultimate power here, Divine Feminine. And this is even coming out under the 9 of Wands. So you have the ultimate power here, the ultimate authority even, Divine Feminine. You are, I just got like you are taking the front seat to your life, or the driver's seat to your life, something like that. I don't know the saying, but that's what was coming to mind. It's like you're hopping into the driver's seat and taking control over your life, your energy, even setting boundaries. Because if you don't choose to set these boundaries, you know, or, you know, parting ways from whoever or whatever this is, it's just going to continue. You know, the thing, the people, the situation itself is not going to change. So once you are able to recognize that, you'll see that you have to be the change that you seek, and you have the ultimate authority to do so, and you're deserving and worthy of it as well, Divine Feminine. So the Emperor card says logic and organization will increase your success. Take charge of the situation. Accept the leadership role. Structure and discipline. So yes, Divine Feminine, if that didn't say all what I literally just said, I don't know what else could. You definitely have the ultimate authority here. It's definitely going to take some kind of discipline for you, because I believe it, earlier in the reading I was saying sometimes, we find it really hard to let go of certain things or certain people or situations for whatever reason that we have an attachment to it. It could be from us operating out of a place of lack, which, now that you have the awareness that you have, knowing what you know, just all the things, and, just trusting your intuition at this time. You have to make the choice going forward to receive what it is that you choose to receive. But just know that by making whatever choice you make, whether you choose to stay or go, you're literally the captain. You're the captain of the ship that is your life, Divine Feminine. So, it's like, if you know that things are not going to change where you are, it's okay for you to change, and look elsewhere and explore your options. See what's out there and available for you, and find what actually makes you happy, because you deserve that. Divine Feminine, you deserve to receive more of that loving energy. And then the more you're able to, sit in that energy, the more you're able to open yourself up to receive more of that as well, Divine Feminine. So lastly, we're going to use the Rose Oracle deck, and we're just going to get into any further advice that the Divine Feminine needs at this time for the life lessons that you're learning and experiencing right now, Divine Feminine. I'm definitely getting like you're going to grow from this. You're going to grow from this situation. Whether you choose to hold on longer or you choose to let go now, regardless, you've learned a lot of lessons, and then there's still lessons to be learned up ahead. But regardless of whatever that is, from those lessons that you learn, you're growing from it, and it could potentially turn into something stable for you, Divine Feminine. Alright, what further advice do we have for the Divine Feminine at this time concerning the life lessons Divine Feminine is learning? We have the crowning. As soon as I saw that, Divine Feminine, it is gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt regardless. It is gonna hurt regardless whether you choose to keep holding on tightly to something or let go. But like I said, regardless, with the crowning, that means a birth is happening as well. So even as you're letting go, you'll find the beauty in it. And not only that, but it's not going to kill you. The pain of whatever it is that, you're avoiding experiencing, or whatever the case, is not going to kill you. And if anything, it's going to make you stronger, but it's also going to transform you into, transform you and even your life into something different, something better, something that, sometimes you can't even imagine, Divine Feminine. But it says initiation, thresholds, birth, rebirth, a seat at the table. So yes, Divine Feminine, I feel like I definitely got like you could be gaining some kind of authority, even if that makes sense. I don't know how to break that down further, but that's what I'm like feeling. Gaining some kind of authority here. Yes, it may hurt, but again, it's like something beautiful would be birthed from this. There's so much to what's to come for you, even Divine Feminine. So even going through this initial pain, especially because it's something that you inevitably have to experience, regardless, Divine Feminine, but just know that something is growing from this overall. And you're more prepared than you think you are, Divine Feminine. Just trust in the divine. You will be taken care of. Things will work out for you. Sorry, I feel like I heard something. The next card we have is the Sacred Union. And it says, beloved within, inner and outer relationship. So first and foremost, divine feminine, by you making this choice of letting go, even, I feel like again, you're opening up space to receive what it is that you do want. And that's where the divine or sacred union comes in, whether this is that job that you've been desiring, or that relationship, that love that you're wanting to experience, or whatever the case. As you're letting go, you're opening up space for those things to come to you, but you're also allowing yourself to heal in the first place as well, because by letting go of, you know, whatever it is or whoever it is that you're in a way settling for whatever reason, or, you know, clinging on to, I feel like you're healing from that as well, because you're allowing yourself to experience more, experience better, and you're learning that you're worthy and deserving of those feelings as well, or these things, these people, these experiences, divine feminine. So it's very healing for you regardless. So the lessons that you're learning now, again, like I said, it might hurt. It's gonna hurt regardless, but just know that you're growing from it, and something better is on the way for you, divine feminine. And know that you are worthy and deserving of, you know, that love that you desire, whether that's a love for, you know, how you contribute to the world, or that love for, you know, whatever your career or job is, or that love, that relationship, just all those things. For some of you, this could be literally all the things. It's like you want all your boxes checked off. Some of you, you might be, you know, feel like you're thriving in some areas and then failing in other areas, or, you know, settling in other areas, or whatever the case. So divine feminine, again, you have the divine authority here to make that choice for yourself. So if you want, you know, to experience that change and be the change that you seek, but it's gonna require letting go of some things, whether there's some old way of being, some, you know, old patterns, or, you know, the people that we keep around us, or the kind of behaviors, or whatever the case. It's going to be up to you to be able to, you know, leave that behind, which again, it could hurt. But in the long run, what is better for you, what is going to contribute to your growth, what is going to get you closer to your happiness, divine feminine. So, yes, we have the bloom. It says, creations realized, right time, harvest, celebrate. So divine feminine, making this choice, moving towards your happiness, I feel like in a way that you nurturing yourself. So just like when you have a plant, you have to, you know, water the plant and give it, you know, whatever nutrients it might need, or whether that's coming from the sun, or maybe have like plant food, or whatever the case. So it's like the more you pour into something, sorry y'all, the more you pour into something, the more that it grows, the more that you nurture it and, you know, love on it, and, you know, put in that work in, the healthier it grows, the better it gets, the more stability it has, just all the things. So divine feminine, even when it, you know, I know I mentioned like a plant or a flower or whatever the case, but it's so symbolic even for your life and the situations that you're in and what you experience. It's like the more love you put into something, you know, that is meant to bring you joy and happiness, the more that you're pouring into yourself and allowing yourself to receive those things, the more you're nurturing yourself, the more you're going to grow into your greatest potential and into your happiness as well, divine feminine. So that's something that you definitely need to know here. I think this video went on long enough, but I hope this reading was helpful for you. I know it was full of so much confirmation. So yeah, whoever needed this reading, I hope that you know, receive it at the time that you need to receive it. And yeah, so again, I am doing personal readings now. So if you want that information, it will be listed below. And until next time, divine feminines, bye.